What's up, Oklahoma Cowboys? My name is Hardrict. It's my first time at the Black Rodeo. It's lit. I love it. I'm having a great time. I will come back. Make sure you check my movie out on Amazon Prime, Divorcing the Black. It's the #1 movie in the world, directed by my guy Tyler Perry, starring me and my sister Megan Good. Peace.
Tia Mowry. This woman is insane. We already know that she's using the struggles of her divorce and her marriage for profit. Everybody's saying you should stop talking about Tia. Keep Tia's name out of your mouth. Well, Tia is putting her pain and all her stuff on TV and creating a show and exploiting her ex-husband and her children for profit. We all should be able to talk about it. You know, she had Jack Gay on her show, and her and Jack Gay was talking about the marriage. And Jack Gay was saying that, you know, she's basically on Tia's side and she knows about the situation. It's just a whole bunch of foolishness that goes on. People are talking about this everywhere. And I tell you guys something that you can learn from this, right? If you're thinking about being married, wanting to be married, keep your stuff offline. You have to keep your husband, your future husband or your future wife covered at all times. Because when you come together and to merge relationships, you come with baggage. That some baggage has to be let go on both sides in order to maintain and sustain the relationship, right? There's some things that you just want to learn as you're walking with each other. So we saw Corey, he's telling everybody to tune in to his latest movie that he brought out with Tyler Perry, because we know that he was down bad for a while in the marriage and he was going through some things. And him and Tia was having some problems. But we also know that Tia and her sister was beefing back and forth, and her sister at one time was calling her selfish and saying that Tia asked her, do you think that she was jealous? And she was like, jealous? What the heck? Like, she has her own warped way of thinking, right? And she says this in a video, in an interview, where she was saying that she thinks outside the box. Even though she's married with children, she has her own way of thinking. She doesn't think with the collective as a group or how it can benefit the family. She's like the black sheep. Y'all don't believe me? Check this out.
Very different, huh?
Yeah.
How so?
My sister's very traditional. I consider myself almost like the black sheep of the family. Like I push the envelope. I feel like I'm very different, or we're very different in that way, even with our parenting styles. Like she's very traditional. I'm not saying she's narrow-minded at all. I'm just saying I have a very broad perspective on certain things, and she's very comfortable with familiarity. I'm the one that's taking the leap, should I say.
Okay.
So I feel like that's like the biggest difference that we have with us. I think religion. I am really into learning about other cultures and learning about different religions. I think she's very comfortable and content with where she is, where I'm like, I'm exploring, you know, I'm like, this may work for the family, but this is not necessarily working for me. Yeah, I'm like hiding my crystals from my family.
Feel like jealous at all? It's frustrating. I don't feel jealous. Really, I would feel a little bit of jealousy. Your word jealousy is not what I feel, because what jealousy is when you think you can't get what that person has. Really? Jealousy to me is a negative energy, and I don't want to be a part of it.
And see, as you can see, this woman had the idea of wanting to be in relationships, but she's always been single-minded. She's always had the mind, a separated mind of her own, separated from what it would take to actually be in a relationship. What it take to actually embrace patience, the way that she thinks. And a lot of you women that hear me say this and still won't understand, but when you look at yourself in the mirror and look behind you, you find out that you have nobody with you. Because a lot of y'all think just like her. You don't think as a collective or with the group. You think individually for yourself. So you're tailor-made to be alone. But the young sister, Reva TV, man, Reva TV has an amazing channel. And I like to listen to her channel because I have my own point of view as a man. But it's refreshing hearing a young woman, mature young woman, give a mature base. To me, I feel like she thinks the way I think. She's not pro-black woman or pro-black man. She's pro-black people. Pro-black was right. Pro was right. And she gives a message to women, man, about their decision-making, and I love it. And she spoke on this situation when Tia Mowry was talking to Jack A about all of this, man. And she said this. Shout out to Reva TV. She said this.
You're hearing this from the perspective of somebody who has, it has shown, and we've seen constantly on TV with her TV show with her sister, that she is a little bit self-centered. Number one, just my opinion, my observation. And two, she doesn't mind that, competition or competitive nature amongst people that she loves. She wants them to be jealous. And even though Tamara was looking her right in her face, telling her, no, sis, I'm not jealous of you, she's like, are you sure? Because I feel like you are. So she's going with that narrative to Jackie and telling her, what she might be perceiving, and Jackie is repeating it as law. Foolishness. Like, that don't make no sense. That's disrespectful.
And I like him. I don't just like him, so I don't want to put that out there. But I already told him, I said I'm on Tia's side.
I know.
So. You got to choose sides when there's a divorce.
We know you're on Tia's side. And how can you say you don't dislike this man, but you're telling Tia, oh, you can't stay to appease the man's ego. You don't like no man. Let's be real. You might not have a problem with men because of your attraction to them or being intimate with them.
And now I'm watching a lot of romance movies. I love it.
Yeah.
I want a happy ending.
But we have to be honest. A lot of women go through situations. As I said before, she was married to somebody who openly does not like women at this point. I don't know what the situation was at that time. And sometimes because of her own bitterness and her own feelings about that situation, she puts that, as a banner across all men.
And see, I've been married for 23 years, and there's ups and downs in a relationship. There's good days, there's bad days, there's amazing days. There's tragedies. There's all kinds of things that happen when you're with somebody for a long period of time. A lot of different things. But in this video, this was a video clip that we all saw when Corey and Tia was talking. You can clearly see that there was some tension in the room. You can clearly see that Corey was going through some things. Maybe his money wasn't right. He wasn't working. And I'm going to tell you guys something. When you with a man and he doesn't care, when his money ain't right and he doesn't care, he's always happy. He's just chilling all the time, having a ball, doing it all. There's something wrong with that guy. When you, because as a man, when you're not sufficient where you want to be, your pockets ain't right, you ain't able to take care of your wife, take care of your children the way you want, he's not going to be happy all the time. He's going to have good days and bad days. Because as a man, you're raised up to be a provider and a protector. And when you're not able to provide and protect the way you should, number one, a lot of times you may not get the respect you should from your woman. Number two, you're not going to feel like a man. So you're not going to always be happy. It's just the way that it is. But let's look at this video right here. Check this out.
Tia's been with me every step of the way. Like through the ups and downs, the bad, the ugly. She know ins and outs, everything. She knows it all. So it's like, I'd rather share that with somebody, for the rest of my life than someone who don't know you. And then when just say if everything was great, you don't know if it's genuine. You don't know if it's real. At least I know Tia got my back, to the grave. So I know she's with me and she knows I'm with her. And that's just, everything's not perfect. Marriage is work.
And that's
Marriage is work.
it
I'm
is.
not here.
Go ahead, sorry.
I'm not gonna be here like, everything is raw. You have to work hard, to stay married, and stay together.
And as you can see in that video, when he was still speaking and she went to cut him off, he was like, let me finish. And me being married, I've been there. I saw that before. I remember coming home, and I remember for like 18 months of my marriage, my wife took care of me. I was basically living off my wife. My wife was holding things down. But before that, for years, I held my wife down. I took care of the family. I bought cars and houses and did all that kind of stuff. But for like 18 months, to almost 2 years, man, I was down, man. I went through a depression state. Man, my wife had to hold me down. Well, it wasn't always good. Me and her, we had our issues, but she made sure that most of the bills and the stuff was paid, man, until I got back on my feet, mentally, physically, and financially. I fell off for a while. I went through some things, man, and I was blessed to have a woman to hold me down, not throw everything in my face, not stomp on me when I was down, right? So marriage, man, is sometimes 80-20, 50-50, 90-10, either way, because it's a sacrifice, it's a compromise. We working together for a common goal. Teamwork make the dream work. Stop listening to all these marriage, relationship gurus online that's not married trying to tell you what marriage is and what a man should be doing or what a woman should be doing. 50-50, man, listen, it's what works in your house. Because if I got it, my wife got it. If she got it, I got it. And my wife hit the lottery right now for 30 million and she taking care of me, she not going to look down on me as a man. We're spiritually connected. We evenly yoked. We got 23 years in. Kids, grandkids, I did my part. I put in the work already. And vice versa. If I hit for 30 million, I'm not going to look at her like she's something that's less than. Stop listening to these jokers online tell you a bunch of stuff that's going to keep you single. But let's listen to the second half of Reva TV and what she was saying from a woman's perspective, man. Check this out.
Now, this is when I lost it. Okay? This is it. I don't think anything is more disrespectful than the fact that Tia Mowry has tiptoed around this subject of the divorce with Corey and made it seem like, you know, she outgrew him and she this and she that and she's so much better off and, you know, she ain't that weak to go back and all this stuff. For this bitter woman to come on a TV show and now make it seem like Corey was so bitter because he was broke and put all his business out in the street, and here she is, Tia, over here talking about, oh, you right. Girl.
Tia Mowry says dating is complicated, but she's not going back to something that no longer served me.
That is the utmost disrespect. Because not only did it not come from you, but you are supporting someone else talking negatively about this situation. And yeah, girl, you right. Making it seem like this man was, you know, walking around all miserable day in and day out because you working and he's not. Even if that were true, okay? Even if there was a situation where, you know, she was getting all the jobs or whatever the case is and he was in a certain space. First of all, the way that this woman is talking like she know what's up means that you were pillow talking or giving her too much information about your private marriage than you should have been. That's first of all. There should be no space where a woman can walk up and be in front of other people and tell your, you know, intricate business about you guys' personal relationship to other people, and your man sitting up there like, wait, what?
And again, shout out to Reva TV, man, the young lady. I like her content, man, because she's the same way I hold black men accountable, she holds black women accountable. So I love watching her content. When I saw this, I said, man, I have to use this because I want to put this out. I want to give my perspective, but I also want to have a woman perspective that's similar to the way that I speak, right? It blends together, man, and trying to help the community. So if you guys, man, go over to Reva TV, man, subscribe to Reva TV, man. If you don't know who she is, if you come across the video, go over there and subscribe to that young lady, man, because she's making great videos, man, and she's making sense in the things that she's saying. But I want to tell you guys, man, marriage is about sacrifice, commitment, man. It's not something that's promised to us like night and day. I've been with my woman long enough to be with her, to remember her when she was in her 20s. And what her body looked like. I remember her. I've been with her long enough to watch babies come out of this woman. Watch her hair turn gray. Watch her gain some weight. Get well off into our late 40s. I got time in with her, right? So, and with that, like I said, there's been good times. There's been bad times. There's been tragedies. There's been great times. We've traveled. We've done all kinds of things. We've overcome some things because when we first got together, we brought in unresolved issues and unresolved baggage. And the first 10 years of our marriage was a roller coaster ride. And we survived it. And just that Phil Collins song, Two Hearts Living in Just One Mind. We became evenly yoked and we worked together as a team. So I laugh, I crack up when I hear this 50-50 foolishness, nonsense from all you single-minded people. You'll never have a marriage because you don't know what it entails, what it takes. You'll run around and screw and get pregnant by a bunch of dudes or put babies in a bunch of women, and you'll be totally upset, blaming everybody, not taking accountability, but you don't understand what it takes to actually be in a relationship. What the sacrifice and commitment that it actually takes when you start having children and you understand that it's not just about you. Now it's about the legacy that you're building together. Oh man, George, you shouldn't have said that. My happiness come before anybody. No, your happiness comes in the work that you're doing. Your happiness comes in the sacrifice and the things that you're committed to. It comes in the work. That's what your happiness should come in. That's what should satisfy you. If you actually want to actually have a relationship, or you just want to just have a separate family, just make a bunch of kids, and they don't have daddy in the house, or mommy's just in the house alone with the children. That's what y'all want to keep doing, fine. But I'm telling you, stop listening to these fake relationship gurus. Get out of that 50-50 conversation, man. Get in a relationship with a man or a woman and just let that thing work organically. And understand that you got some baggage that you gotta let go in order to maintain the relationship. Some things you gotta put down in order to pick up. Just understand that. Some things is weighing you down too heavy. And you can't carry that and carry your husband or your wife at the same time. So some of them issues you gotta put down. Because at times you're gonna have to carry each other. It's times that my wife gotta carry me. It's times that I got to carry my wife. We work together, man. So get out of all this crap that y'all following online and listening to these people, man. Because you're going to be like Tia. Or you be like Corey. Keep your business offline. Keep your business offline, man. And work together every day to try to please each other, keep each other happy, and make it work, man. Don't worry about if he got it and you don't, or she got it and you don't. If I got it, my whole house got it. The family got it. If my wife got it, I got it. That's the mentality we got. So I'm going to cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, and leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.